Hi everyone, welcome to Jackie's Literary Corner. I am Jackie, and I am participating in Booktubathon for the first time. A readathon that's 7 days long and is hosted by that is hosted by Ariel Bissett, one of my favorite booktubers. So, and in this, let me get the... And of course, like any other readathon, this has challenges that you have to meet. It's hosted every summer, and I don't know if it's July. It's the same time every year, but this year is July 30th through August 5th. And I figured I better do this now because my best friend Terry is coming into town for SuperCon, and she's coming a week early so we can hang out at my house for a few days, and then we will go to SuperCon. So, I don't know if I have books for every challenge or not. But here are the challenges. First, you have to let a coin decide your first read, which I got a coin right here, a penny. The second challenge is read a book about something you want to do. 3, read and watch a book to movie adaptation. 4, read a book with green on the cover, which that one I debated about because I have a lot of books that are green, that are actually green, so I didn't know if I wanted to just get a book that just had a little bit of green, or if it would be okay to get a book that was just green. But I ended up picking a book for this challenge that had just a little bit of green on it. Number 5, read a book while wearing the same hat the whole time. I thought that was kind of a cute little challenge that Ariel came up with. And then number 6 is read a book with a beautiful spine. And then the last one, of course, is read 7 books. Okay, so I'm going to do the first one and let a coin decide your first read. And I am really bad at this, so I apologize. But I'm going to try anyway. Okay, so these are the 2 books. I guess I will make this one tails and this one heads. So, this Ember in the Ashes by Sabathir. I'm decided to get into this trilogy because originally I actually thought this was the one that was going to be made into a movie, but actually the one that's being made into a movie is The Darkest Minds. I don't know how I got these 2 mixed up, but I did. So I bought this one. But I am still definitely interested in reading this either way. And I have the first 2 books, and I know A Reaper at the Gates just came out. Actually, no, it's not a trilogy anymore. I think it's going to be a quartet. I think she's writing a 4th book. So, I have the first and second book. I don't have Reaper at the Gates because I'm waiting until it comes out on paperback. Although, who knows. If I end up reading this one and really loving it, I might be like, screw it, I'm just going to waste my money and buy the hardback. And then this one, A Separate Country, is a Civil War novel. It's after the post-Civil War novel, I should say, about a general who I think it's based on a true story about this famous Southern general who is trying to, I think he's Southern, he's trying to find a new wife, but, you know, he has a lot of bad history because of the things he did back then, back during the war, and he wants to find a wife that will accept that history and that background, and he does find one, and this is in the summary. This is not like a spoiler or anything. This is in the description in the back. So I think this is more of a literary story. I'm sure there's not I tried to go for books that were complete opposites of each other, and this is one I've been meaning to read, and this is one I've been thinking about, but I've been procrastinating it because I didn't want to get to a book that was new to me. It's not obviously not new, but new to me. Okay, so enough with the talking. Let's go ahead and do the coin toss. And again, I am really sorry, but I am horrible at this kind of stuff. Okay, so how do you do this? Okay, let's just, oh well, it will land on the floor anyway. Okay, so let's see, what is it? Okay, it landed on tails. I think this would be considered, yeah, just tails. Yeah, still tails because the face on the back is always, the head is always the same. It's the tails that's always different. So it's tails. So I guess that means I will be reading A Separate Country by Robert Hicks. And I was 1 cent. See? In case you don't believe me. There. See? Tails. That's where it landed. So I will be reading that one. That will be the first book I will be reading. And I might read An Ember in the Ashes in August, or I might save it until, because I did make a document where I listed all the books I want to read each season, because I think that would be easier than going by monthly. And I can't remember which one was this a summer read? This may have been a summer read, and well, after this week, maybe I'll read it, because I'm going to be reading a lot. With the new class I'm taking, I'm going to be reading a lot of dense literature. So this will be a little lighter. Yes, I consider this light. Okay, so let's see. Oh, my dad must be home. Okay, so the next challenge is read a book about something you want to do. This one was really hard because I couldn't, well, at least I didn't start reading it yet. This was very hard. I couldn't decide, I couldn't find a book that had something to do what I wanted to do. So, but I decided to go with Roseblood because I have always wanted to go to the Paris Opera House. Now, I didn't choose this because I can sing opera and I would love to sing at the Paris Opera House, because I cannot sing worth my life. I definitely cannot sing, like, opera. There's no way I could get that high. But, I'm sure there are altos in opera. So I do know that. I know I'm an alto. But I wanted to go to the Opera House. The Phantom of the Opera is one of my favorite musical dramas. And I remember I went in 2007. My sister studied abroad in the south of France. So in 2017, spring 2007, during my spring break, we got to visit her for the week. But we never did didn't get the chance to go to the Paris Opera House, and I always wanted to go. So, and this young woman goes to the Paris Opera House. So something I always wanted to do is go to the Paris Opera House. And that's the best I could do. It's kind of a weak one, but it's something that I wanted to do. So those are the first 2 books I'll be reading this and that week. Although I think I'll bring one of them with me to the convention. Although I'm a little nervous about that because I'm always worried that I'm gonna forget something and it's gonna be one of my books if I bring a book with me. But then I'm also thinking I'm gonna be so determined not to let that happen that I will make sure it doesn't happen. Okay, so challenge number 3: read and watch a book to movie adaptation. And this chair is so wobbly. And I chose Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I have been needing to get back to read this because I've already read the first 6 books for the second time. This is a reread actually, and I just haven't gotten back to this. I read the 6th book back in March, I want to say, and I had been meaning to read book 7. I never got around to it because, of course, there are so many other books, so many other new books and new series that you fall in love with that you want to read. So I am decided that I'm going to read this week. This is a big chunker. See, I'm probably going to fail, but I'm not participating in this I'm not in it to win it. I just want to do it because I wanted to do another readathon and I thought it would be fun. Because the only readathon I've ever done is Tome Topple. And I think I tried another readathon once before last year, but I don't remember what it was. And I also tried doing like nonfiction November, and that was a failure because it's hard for me to get to nonfiction unless it's like a memoir. So I'm going to read this, and I'm going to watch the movie. Obviously, that won't be coming with me to SuperCon. Okay, so next, that's challenge number 3. Challenge number 4 is read a book with green on the cover. Actually, I could have used a separate country for this, but I did pick out a book. And that is Frozen Ties, the 4th book in the Fallen Kingdom series. I am loving this series. It is so fun and so cool. And as I've said multiple times before, it is definitely easy to read the Song of Ice and Fire series. But this is the 4th book in the series. And there's green. You see there's her cloak is green. I'm guessing this is Lucia. Her cloak and dress is green. Although it's funny, the funny thing is when I'm reading the book, for some reason in the beginning I used to think of Lucy as a blonde and the other Cleo as a brunette, but no, actually it's the other way around. Like, Lucia is the brunette and Cleo is the blonde. Which, I don't know why I thought that. To read this. Now I'm very nervous about when I finally get to Crystal Storm because I've heard it's a bit of a disappointment. The 5th book, so. But I'm a little more easier to please. I'm very easy to please, and that can be both a good and bad thing. So I might love it even if a lot of people don't. Okay, so next, number 5 is read a book. Wow, wearing the same hat the whole time. Okay, so I went ahead and stole this hat from my mom. She doesn't know it. But we originally come from DC, Washington, D.C. area. And our baseball team is the Nationals. Even though I'm not a huge baseball fan, part of me, likes to show my support, even if I'm not into, baseball or anything. In fact, I don't even go to the games, and I find it kind of boring. I know, for baseball fans, that's probably like, oh my god, how could you find it boring? But, and of course, my mom, my family all has the Washington Nationals hat, so I decided to go ahead and watch that, especially because the book I'm going to read for this challenge is the Crowns game, and even though it's a totally different kind of game, I thought it would be kind of a bit, perfect to wear a hat that had to do with baseball on one game and then read a book that has to do with another game. And this is what I've been meaning to get to, and I actually have both books. It's a duology, so I finally bought The Crown's Fate. So I thought this would be fun to read that. And then challenge number 6. Oh, and this also it's a summer. I feel like it's more of a summer hat than the other hats I usually have in my room. So, okay. Challenge number 6 is read a book with a beautiful spine, and I had a hard time figuring out which one I consider to be a beautiful spine. But luckily for me, all my books are kind of the spines are facing out. So I was able to look at the spines, and I just went ahead and decided to choose Legendary, the 2nd book in the Caraval. I guess the Caraval trilogy, because it's gonna be a trilogy, and I can't wait. I was eager to read this. So it seems like it's so beautiful. Has the title in gold lettering on the spine in that nice handwritten writing, and it has these little swirlies around it that come from the cover that kind of expand from the cover. See these? They are on the spine as well. So I thought this was a really pretty. Maybe I could find a better one. I don't know, because this one doesn't have a lot on it. But I like it and think it was really beautiful. So, but of course, who knows? Some of my other books that I've chosen might have been a better choice, but that's okay. I've been wanting to read that one anyway. Okay, and then the last challenge is read 7 books. So let me see if I'm reading 7 books. I mean, if I'm not reading 7 books, I could include An Ember in the Ashes. Let's see, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I'm only reading 6 books, so I could try for 7 and read An Ember in the Ashes. So I think I'll do that. I'll try for that, and if it doesn't, I mean, if I don't get to it, then I don't get to it. It is on my list of summer reads, so this notebook. I folded this notebook over so many times that now the spirals are coming out. Okay, so that's what I'm going to read for Booktubathon. Are any of you participating in Booktubathon? And if so, what books are you going to read? Or, so if you guys like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and click subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you are all enjoying your reading, and I will talk to you guys later. Alright, bye!